So in this video, we're going to talk about how to do a move that's got several terms that might get a little bit confusing, but it's nice and simple really. You might refer to it as a lemon, you might refer to it as a fish, you might refer to it as a swizzle. So as always, we're going to start off in our nice basic position with our arms up for our balance and our knees nice and relaxed. Now notice how my feet are slightly turned out with my knees nice and bent. As you start to lean forward into this move, you're going to feel like your feet start spreading apart. That's great, that's what we want. We don't want them going too far out, however, but just slightly widen the shoulder width to get them out there. Especially when you're starting off. When you feel a little bit more advanced, a little bit more confident with this move, we can really start pushing them out. But for right now, keep them slightly wide in the shoulder width apart, because after they've spread out, we're going to need to pull those feet back in. We're going to use your adductor muscles, your groin muscles. We're going to pull those legs right back in. So once you've brought them out, you're going to turn those toes in and they're going to come right back together. Right back, so my feet are completely parallel, right back in the center, ready for the next one. So after I've done one, again, I'm going to start off with my arms up. I'm going to start with my knees nice and relaxed, my feet turned out. I'm going to get my weight slightly forward to start the move. My feet are going to start to move out, and as soon as they get slightly wide in the shoulder width, I'm going to pull them back in and ready to start my next one. If you wanted to break this move down a little further, we can break it down into two parts. The first part is bringing your feet from being together to going out. Nice and simple. If you get your weight forward into the move, if you got your knees nice and bent, they're going to move out smoothly. It's going to feel effortless. You're just going to follow your feet. But again, make sure you do follow your feet. Okay, you don't want to start to lean back and leave your weight back there. Otherwise, your feet will move and you won't, and you'll end up on the floor. Okay, so we've got the first part. That's the first part, nice and easy. The second part's a little more tricky, but once you've got this part, the move's going to be simple for you. So at this point, we're going to start with our feet out in our position where they get to after our feet have spread from the first part. We're going to start with our feet out. Your knees are still going to be slightly relaxed. They're going to be almost straight at this point, but you can see here, I've got a slight relaxation in my knee. So from here, this is the most difficult part. I'm going to have my arms out. My weight's still got to come forward, but I'm going to pull my toes in and I'm going to pull my legs together. You can see that I've still generated some speed. So if I take the first part and put it with the second part, I'm hopefully going to have a full lemon, which gains me a lot of speed. So hopefully now we've mastered our forward lemons, now we're going to try our backward lemons. A lot of people get a little bit scared when they hear about the backward lemons, but I personally think they're easier, and I think that you will too once you've learnt them. So we're going to start off in our position with our arms up out to the side for our balance, our knees nice and relaxed. Now exactly where we were putting our feet, we're putting our toes out for the forward lemons, we're going to do exactly the opposite. So our feet are parallel, we're going to turn our toes in for the backward lemons. And you can see that I'm already starting to move backwards and my feet are going apart. Now if I was to keep going like this, I'd be doing the splits, and I don't want to be doing that today. So what happens, you've got your arms up, knees bent, feet start moving out. When they get shoulder width, just widen the shoulder width, you want to turn those toes out, pull those heels in. So you've joined those feet back together. That's why we call them lemons here. So things you want to concentrate on are really using those knees to start off nice and bent and relaxed so you can push them out. Watch as my knees start to straighten and then pull, 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 pull. You use these inside muscles to make sure that you squeeze those feet together. You can actually do the exercise where, again, same as the forward lemons, where your feet start out and you turn those heels in and you pull those feet together. Now, if we're going to do a few lemons in a row, obviously you can't keep those heels turned in all the way till the end, otherwise they're going to crash into each other and you're going to stop right there. So watch what happens. My feet go out, my feet come in. As soon as they get to the middle, they go straight back out again. I'm into my next lemon. Now I can keep on going with my lemons the whole way through as long as I keep on making sure that my toes turn in, then out, turn in, then out. And I can keep on going the whole way through the ice rink.